Help us, Apollo Creed. You're our only hope. And welcome back to Sporking News Podcast. God, I'm corny. And this is Scott. And welcome back to the Tool Shed. Haven't been here in a little bit. And this is my review for The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 3, Chapter 3, actually, The Sin. I'm going to make it kind of quick because I got to go pick up my kids. So, we start off in the ship where we left off. Baby Yoda, you get a little hologram of, what's his name, Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed is telling him, you did a great job. You know, you got this thing. I can't believe you got it. You're the only one. Bring it in. So little baby Yoda, while he's on the phone with Apollo, picks up a knob off of a lever and he's trying to eat it. And he's like, "That you don't play with that." And he puts him back in his little hover stroller. So the yodeling, it's not Baby Yoda, it's the yodeling. And they show him coming into the planet, which we don't still know the name of this planet, but that's the first planet from episode 1. The one thing I did notice about this planet that I didn't notice in episode 1 is that it has a lot of volcanic activity. There's a lot of red lava lines you could see, and when you land, you actually see hardened lava, whatever that magma. It's not magma. It's whatever lava turns into in Hawaii. I don't know. So they land and he brings out the hover stroller, and little yodeling and Mando, oh God, start going, I guess at first I didn't think he was going to turn him in, but he does. And again, we see some cool aliens. I like that. I like the scenery. I think the sets are amazing. Get to the Jabba the Hutt eye thing, and two stormtroopers come out and lead them in. One grabs like the stroller, and he's like, "Hey, be easy with that." And he's like, "You be easy with that," or something like that. I don't know. I'm horrible with accents. So they lead him into Carl. Oh God, what's that guy's name? He is the Nazi guy. Bounty hunting is a complicated, profession. That guy. So the Nazi guy, is stoked, like, "You did it." And he's like, him and the doctor check the baby. He checks him with that fob. I still don't understand how those fobs work, because 8 years prior, Boba Fett had to use his skill and technique to find, Han Solo and the crew. Now you just need a fob with, I guess, someone's name, picture. I don't know. Is there something marked on them? Did you already have to be marked? Is it under your skin? Are you the mark? I don't get this part, but whatever. I just pushed that out. So they check him. He's healthy. It's the right one. And then they bust out a great callback, I have to say, the ice cream maker. And if you're, kind of fairly not into deep to Star Wars, there's this trilogy. God, what was it called? Star Wars. Yeah. Something about Skywalkers. I don't remember. It's so long ago. There's no past. There's only the 3 movies and the one, 2 that have been made and 1 coming out soon. To the JJ, to the Ryan, to the Kathleen Kennedy. Amen. Bob Iger. So, yes. So we go back to the OG, and in Empire, I want to say it's Empire Strikes Back. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. The ice cream maker is, you see it, someone running across with this prop. We don't know what it is, never was explained what it is, but it is like a 70s ice cream maker they used as a prop. People know it, people had this ice cream maker. So it was really cool that we actually find out that these ice cream makers are safes, and they had that Beskar metal. So the deal is done. Baby Yoda gets taken away by that doctor, and the Mandalorian says, "What are you going to do with the kid?" And right there, the Nazi gets upset and was like, "A man of your profession, I would think you'd be better at this." So he reminds him that, like, once the deal is struck and the payment is made, you can no longer ask about this target. Okay, that is part of your guild's code, and he broke it. So he was a little pissed off about that. So all the stormtroopers kind of stand up. He grabs the ice cream maker. He leaves with the metal. So now and boom, Mandalorian, Star Wars theme. Okay, so now we go back, and it says Chapter 3, Sin. We go back to the blacksmith, and I don't know. I think she's a woman, and I think she has a speaking part, but that's absurd, because there's no women that speak in this show. It's all men. Even the ones that sound like women are men. Even though she is a leader and probably one of the strongest, probably the leader of this whole clan, can't be a woman, right? Right? Because there are no women in this show. Freaking morons. Thoughts. So I want to say it's Lucy Lawless. I don't know. I never checked the casting. I wonder if that's actually her because it sounds like her and she's a presence, man. But he brings the medal to him. All the other Mandalorians come around him, and we finally get some understanding of the Mandalorians. So one of the Mandalorians walks up and grabs the medal, and he looks at it, and he's like, this is stamped with Imperial. He's sitting with them even after the Great Purge. So what it sounds like is the Mandalorians. Back up. There is this thing called the EU. I know Kathleen Kennedy might not know it, but there is a EU. Check out Ryan's channel, okay? Ryan's RK Outpost. He tells you all about the EU, all right? So there is a history, and in their history, Mandalore was one of those cultures that you wanted on your side during a war. Dark Jedi, Sith. You wanted Mandalore on your side because their religion is battle. Conflict is their religion. Like where, other religions practice peace and understanding. Their religion is like, if you're not in conflict, what's the point? So I guess the last one was they were on the side of the Empire, but they betrayed him. And I guess the Empire purged Mandalore, and these people went underground. So I don't know if this is the last of the Mandalorians, which is not a species, but a culture. I don't know if a lot of people understand that. There's some that are humans, some that are different aliens. It's like if you were Spanish coming from Spain and you came to America and became an American citizen. Yes, it's deeper than that. Maybe it's more like Jewish, like Jerusalem or Israel, because people there are Jewish and are of Jewish religion. Maybe that's a closer understanding, like you actually embody that whole culture. So it's not a species, but a culture. All right. So he gives her the medal after him and his boy who grabbed the armor, the Beskar medal, had a little knife fight. And she reminds them, you are at once the hunter and the prey. Yes, he did this, but he was man enough to do this. While he was working for them, he was actually working against them. And he brought this medal back home to us. This medal is on one of their home planets. It's very rare. It can stop blasters. It can stop laser sword, I was going to say. Oh, damn you, Last Jedi. Lightsaber from an actual lightsaber hit. This stuff is hardcore. So she asked him, do you want insignia on this? Because what was how did you win this? And he was like, I took down a mudhorn. Was it a mudhorn? Something like a mudhorn. Yeah, mudhorn. So that was the name of that rhino thing. And he's like, no, my enemy helped me. It was not honorable. And she's like, well, why did your enemy help you? And he goes, because my enemy didn't know he was my enemy. Yodeling. Poor thing. That damn thing's so cute. It's going to be this year's Cabbage Patch. If you're as old as me, you understand what I mean. Christmas is coming. Sorry, parents. So, and I found out another thing. The Mandalorian, if you want to knock him off guard and get him out of his head, just do a blacksmith move. Start pounding on some metal, a couple sparks. Because the minute that happens, this guy has another flashback. And this time you see his parents, or who we believe is his parents, put him in that bunker. Again, I don't know if he was already of the Mandalorian civilization or because of this becomes maybe rescued by a Mandalorian, but you see them being attacked by Clone War era droids. As his parents close whatever container he's in, boom, they got blasted. A bomb goes off pretty much, and they're just done. The whole thing shakes. It opens, and there is one of those big battle droids with the arm cannon aimed dead to rights on him. But for some reason, we don't know how he's saved, okay? And I'm guessing either the blacksmith's family or somebody saved him. But, and one of their new sayings that we're getting is, this is the way. So that is a saying they say to her, this is the way. So, we walk as Mandalorians. We hold ourselves to a different standard. And I find that really interesting because they're not just bounty hunters. They're not just, yes, they're wearing Boba Fett type gear, but they are a civilization that is trying to rebuild. And yes, they got into little altercations and probably don't all like each other. They respect each other as Mandalorians. So I thought that was kind of cool. Then we go to, so now he's wearing all his fat gear, bro. I mean, he looks dope. It's all shiny and chromed up. Goes into the bar, sees Apollo Creed. Now, Apollo Creed, before he walks in, the Mandalorian, you see him talking to someone he calls a dust breather. Like, get out of here, you dumb bounty hunter dust breather. I want to say that's the same outfit Leia wore in Jabba's palace when she was sneaking in. Let me know in the comments below if I'm right. So he's fully armored, and he's like, Mando! He calls him Mando, and he allows himself to get called Mando. That is the lamest thing I've ever heard. But he calls him Mando, and he's like, Mando's like, how many fobs did you give out for that job? And he's like, all of them, man. This was money. I got money too, brother. I got like 3 of these things. Beskar! He's got that Beskar money, or the metal, but it's in his top pocket. That comes back later, people. All right, so take the next job. I want it now. And Apollo's like, bro, you just won. Let's take a break. Let's go to the Twilight Healing Baths. All I know is I want to go to the Twilight Healing Baths. They sound dope. And he's like, no, I want another job, and I want it to be far away. And he does again bring up, and I think it was said in one of the other ones, get yourself a blank spice. I forget what it's called at first, but it's spice. Now, spice, this might be just a nod to the Spice of Dunes from the Dune Chronicles, or those books, which is actually going to be a show I want to check out, or a movie, I believe, a movie. I can't wait to see this new one. It's going to look awesome. We'll keep you up to date on that with this channel. So he's like, you take that, you'll forget everything by the time you wake up at this job for a calamari nobleman's son that jumped bail. Again, how do they find him? Are they tracked? Are they traced before they lent money? Or I don't know, because the yodeling, did they trace him already? Oh, these fobs piss me off. So he's like, I'm out, and he gets in his spaceship, and he's about to take off, and he looks over, and where's the knob to the lever? Oh my God, yodeling! Oh, I can't leave. Shucks, like I thought. So he gets out, he goes, knocks on the door. The Jabba the Hutt eye comes up, and he breaks that sucker off, and then he goes hides, and then it is Stormtrooper Smackdown. They're coming out. He's back. How do you kick? I mean, he's kicking butt. All right. He gets into the room where the baby. Oh, damn it. Let's go back for a second. Before he attacks him, you kick. He's with his gun with the scope again, and I don't know if it's in the center of his eye or side of his eye. I don't know what that helmet does other than a cool sunglasses, but he's using that scope again, and he can sees heat signatures and hears them. Now, it sounds like Nazis tells the doctor, we got what we need, dispose of yodeling. All right, so they got what they needed. So whatever they're using that little guy for, they got, I believe. And then it breaks up a bit, and then the doctor says, but he told us to bring it back alive. So I don't know if they're talking about the dude from Breaking Bad, or if this is some other, surprise bad guy from the Empire's past. I don't know. Keep an eye on that. So back to you kick. So now he busts, bam, opens the door, and he's like, where's Baby Yoda? Oh shit. Oh yeah, and I forgot he saw the little hover stroller all busted up, so he thought he was dead. He's like, where's Baby Yoda? Yodeling, where is it? And he's like, don't hurt the yodeling. Please don't hurt it. It's just a baby. So I don't know if this doctor's a good guy or not, and he's trying to actually help the yodeling, but he works for the Empire. So he throws him down, and there's poor little yodeling, and in this little like Padme doctor's thing, or more like maybe like Finn doctor thing, the one that Finn was in for like 5 hours, and all of a sudden he has a laser sword. Yes, I said laser sword this time. Cut down his back. I don't know. Healed. You remember that? So he gets Baby Yoda, and the guy's like looking down, and when he looks up, they're gone. So now, there's stormtroopers looking for him, and stormtroopers need flashlights. Again, what the hell are the helmets for? Like, they're tinted. Do they not have special sight in those things? Like those built-in, like heat signature, I don't know, something. I mean, even today's age, we have night vision, we have all that stuff. You're telling me in a galaxy far, far away, they didn't have that? Come on, man. But anyway, so they have, flashlights on their guns, and he's just wrecking shop. Bam, 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 boom, boom, bam, bam, bam. Shocks a dude with that awesome rifle of his, and then he comes out. While he's coming out, we go flashback to the bar, and all the fobs are going off. So I guess someone said, this motherfucker is badass, and we need help. So all the whole bar floods out with Apollo Creed, living in America, across the nation. They're going to kick his ass. Okay, so he's killing stormtroopers. There's one part where they got him surrounded, the stormtroopers, and he's like, all right, put my gun down. This is a valuable, commodity, the little Baby yodeling. And then he shoots off those whistling birds, and pew, 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 dead. So back to the streets. So now he's getting surrounded by all the bounty hunters. Probably one of the coolest scenes in the whole place. He's like, let me to my ship, and no one can get hurt. And Apollo Creed goes, you got to surrender the kid. And he's like, well, how can I trust you? He's like, I'm your only hope. That's why I did the thing at the beginning, like Leia. Come on, man. Catch up with me. So, oh yeah, he's not hearing that. He rolls onto like some type of little cart with a droid, and he's shooting and blasting people, and he's behind now, that thing gets flipped, and he's getting attacked, and he's shooting and shooting and shooting. Now he's completely surrounded. Oh no, he's going to lose. So he's looking at poor baby Yoda, who now finally opens his eyes. He's like, oh man, we're not going to make it. Oh crap. And then, bam! We get all the Mandalorians. Jetpacks are rocking. Okay, that was cool. They're jetpacking around. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so they're killing all of them. And the guy he had the knife fight with has a Gatling type gun, which was kind of neat. And he's like, get out of here. He's like, but I can't leave you guys. He's like, you have to. This is the way, or whatever they say. They're fighting. He goes to a ship. He flies away. One of the more corny scenes in this thing is where one of the Mandalorians, like a Rocketeer, comes up beside him, is like, nah. And then he takes off. And finally, I believe, because I blinked for a second, I think he went into light speed. Please tell me he did. So now that the Mandalorians are out, they're going to have to, find a new place to hide and probably kill everybody so no one's a witness, because they don't want anybody to know that there's more than one Mandalorian. But out of 10, I would give this close to an 8. It was exciting. It was well directed. The scenery is, the scale of the scenery and the aliens and the makeup and the wardrobe and the set design is really, really good. I can't stand Disney. Okay? I hate what they have done to my franchise. I hate what they have called me. I hate what they have called my friends. In extension, what they've called me, they've disrespected my family, and people think that's a joke, but it is not. So I watched this not on Disney Plus, but at a friend's house. His name is Online. He's Asian. Online. Get it? So I don't forgive them, but Favreau and Filoni, Favreau, that's Stormtrooper. Geez, man, I'm screwing up my movies. Super Troopers, isn't it? But Favreau and oh God, the guy's in charge of this. Even though Kathleen Kennedy in an article recently said, George came down to see them on The Mandalorian, all of them. Come on, Kathleen. We all know it's Favreau and Dave. God, I'm blanking, so I'm going to end it here, people. I'm enjoying what they're doing in this episode. It made up for the last 2 episodes. Am I in love with this show yet? No. The yodeling growing on me, a hair. If it got killed in some horrible way, hilarious, I would think that would be. Let me know what you guys think of this. Thank you for watching, guys. I just celebrated 300 subs this morning. Granted, it kicked me back to 295, but people saw it. Chris Persia, Christy, you guys saw it. So I believe I'm at 300. And if we can keep this moving, grassroots, I don't want to lean too hard anymore on trying to get the bigger channels to help me out. This is our movement, guys. Yes. They want to give me a shout out. That's awesome if they like my content, but I don't want them to feel the need they have to. So please help me out as one of my subs. Let's share this. Let's get this thing growing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. I'm so grateful and humbled by even getting to 300. It means a lot to me. So as I end it all, there's bad people out there. And if they start calling you names, they've already lost the war. Take care, everybody. And don't forget, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Fourth Wave on author Stephen Walton's channel. Please check us out. And once again, have a great weekend, guys. Bye.